What is the journey of strength and hope? Josh kids can develop into warriors in many ways: athletically, writing, arts, music, crafts, and scholastically. Josh is a nonprofit organization that provides an environment where kids can develop confidence, self-esteem, and optimism for a bright future. The Josh program imparts strength and purpose to kids of all ages, regardless of background. Members know that they belong and feel valued by one another, and that their lives truly matter. Warriors are invincible, unbeaten, conquerors, and defenders.
I see the Josh program as a powerful mechanism through which kids' lives can be positively influenced. Each kid has unique experiences that no one else has, and that uniqueness makes their lives worth appreciating and fully living.
We started Josh out of a need. My son took his life on November 3rd, 2016. His son's name was Joshua Francis. All the kids at school called him Josh. He's Joshua to me. And Joshua didn't always feel like he belonged. He felt awkward, especially in social situations. So a lot of times he didn't have the words. I didn't expect him to take his life. As a result, we were contacted by Scott Crossan, who'd been working with kids and youth, helping them develop confidence through boxing, fitness, along with Talon and Gunnar, who had already been meeting. They proposed a suggestion for Josh. Josh being an acronym for Journey of Strength and Hope.
What captured me was Coach Crossan's proof of concept. He's been getting kids to believe in themselves, adults too. He calls it boxing, but it's so much more than that. You learn about yourself physically and mentally.
Wednesday nights, it's about connecting with the kids in a physical, fitness, boxing type of way.
The Wednesday workouts are about kids coming together, learning about health and how to improve their lives through whether it's diet or exercise or cardio training, weightlifting, flexibility, and last but not least, boxing and self-defense. Kids are taught how to defend themselves in the event it becomes necessary as a last resort. And they gain confidence and they build self-esteem through having that knowledge and that ability.
Keep your feet together all the way down the back. Singing, get up. Nice.
Sunday gatherings are a great time for us. Every other week we meet for an hour and a half. We have guest speakers, arts, crafts. They can open up and try new things, and we give the kids a variety of experiences.
If you haven't thrown it, throw some.
You know, Mondays when we're meeting and we're planning these, it's meaning something totally different from my financial aspect because I help with the treasury part of things. I'm looking at the program in a different light as to how to keep this program going from a financial standpoint.
I love that there's a place for the kids, and it's so neat to watch them come in. The first time they're there and they're fairly shy, they won't make eye contact, and then a half hour or so they're smiling, laughing, making eye contact, and their confidence just seems to grow. I love it.
This program means that we're being proactive with the youth in our community rather than reactive. We're doing something for our youth that gives them confidence and a place to belong. And that's a proactive approach rather than a reactive approach when it's too late.
We've got as crazy as we can get. We got one championship to go.
I got involved with the program when my mom, Kate Hudson, and Scott Crossan came together and said that something needed to change in the community.
I couldn't tolerate seeing one of my friends willingly hurt themselves, and I want them to know that we are there for them and that we care.
This program is about helping anyone that is in middle school or high school to give them a place to feel comfortable.
This program is for kids to have a place to come if they ever need anything.
Kids feeling comfortable to be in their own skin and that it's okay to be different, weird, smart, challenged. It's just okay to be yourself.
My plans for the future is to make Josh program one that grows quite large and doesn't just happen at the Berthoud Athletic Club.
I like seeing the kids interact with one another and they feel safe at our program.
My favorite part about the program is feeling like I have a purpose in the community.
To grow the program, get the word out more, and to help kids feel more comfortable being themselves.
Hashtag Team Josh.
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 Well, ever since I was little, I kind of was fascinated with the camera, and so I kind of have been doing photography all throughout high school, and I, over the past year, have kind of been mastering blacklight photography. I think I picked up the camera around like 3 or 4, and my mom would just let me kind of take her camera around the backyard taking photos of our garden. Through my paintings and my photography in general, I'm able to kind of create something unique and interesting for people to look at and interpret differently. You don't really see photographers use blacklight as their lighting. Lighting is a very important part of photography, and so I kind of got fascinated with the whole blacklight look and how neon fluorescent colors really pop under the UV. Setting up is a pain. It's a lot to set up and take down every time I do a shoot. My biggest setup is kind of figuring out the backgrounds and how that's gonna work with my model. Everyone that I ever show my photography to definitely interprets it totally different than the next person. And so it's kind of cool to be able to express myself through my paintings and the photography itself.
Usually I look at things and I'm like, would I look gay enough and or androgynous enough if I wore this out of my house? And usually the answer is no, because all things that fit me in women's sections look very feminine, and I'm like, it's a dead giveaway to my biological sex. Thanks, tops that are terrible.
I would love more leopard print stuff, but because that's a meme. I mean, this is 25. This is also really like baggy, and being formless, it would be weird. Cause like I can't do too formless, but I can't do like bodysuit either. Feminine fashion is made for people who have boobs. So, you know, sometimes it's hard finding clothing that like works like that.
The most difficult thing is like having to go across the sections of like, if you need a bra, you have to buy a bra, or like a certain pair of socks, or things that are very gendered versus like shopping in the men's section feels less gendered, and maybe that's because it's a more comfortable thing, so I'm less aware of it being gendered. But I don't know, like socks don't need to be in separate sections, and I don't know why they are.
There are like 3 types of looks that you get from people, at least that I've experienced. I don't know about other people, but the first one is just people just stare at me, which is weird. The second one is people give me a little quick like down up, and I'm like, oh. The third one is the weirdest one, because people like look at you, and like when you're walking upstairs, they'll like, look at you, look down at their feet, and like, And I'm like, it's not fun.
I kind of just avoid people when I shop, like avoid them like the plague. Like I don't want to see a person. I never try on things at the store. I just take them home and then try them on, and if they don't fit, I just either suffer or return them because I don't want to use a public dressing room.
My fashion sense before was jeans and various t-shirts / sweaters. So when I was shopping before, it would be like every 4 years I would go to Kohl's and just get different colored t-shirts. Now it's a whole process of like, is there a practical use for this clothing? Like, does it work with me color-wise? Does it fit? Does it accent parts of my body that I don't want it to accent? I'm not gonna get it because it's like a tube of fabric. It's no way. I don't know what's gonna work for me really, and like it's definitely something that's like I had never. It comes from like not shopping in the same way because I don't know how to shop for the clothes that I want or the aesthetic I strive towards.
Mostly what's hard about it is that I'm like, yeah, I want to be feminine and wear dresses because that's cute, and then sometimes I'm like, what if I didn't? This is very cute. See, this is the kind of shit I'm talking about. Like a sweater, like a real sweater for real men.
Buying dress clothes is the most uncomfortable because I have never learned how to do the measurements correctly. First of all, nothing fits me. I'm tiny, and that's really inconvenient when you buy men's clothing, but it's awkward because I have to ask for things, and especially my presentation's fine unless I have to speak, basically. And so it can be just really uncomfortable. And there's a lot of judgment and anxiety over it.
Interacting with people when I'm presenting femininely is like way different really than when I'm presenting masculinely, because if I'm around other women, like more like socialization happens when I'm presenting femininely. Like people will compliment my dress or my hair, whereas that wouldn't necessarily happen before. I mean, like it didn't happen before, which is nice, and it's different, and yeah, I like it.
Okay, flannel number 1. I like the men's one better because it is better proportion. Okay, so this is the women's sweater, which is an interesting time. I love men's sweaters. Oh yeah, this is the crown jewel. Cool. I guess that's what I'm getting. So. Checkout time? Yeah, checkout time.
I think I bought this at Target. This is one of those times when Tessa would be like, wow, you're such a generic boy. You don't know what you're doing with your life. And I'm like, that's a fair thing, but also rude.
I just like really want to try it on because like leopard print's the meme, right?
There's my bit. That's my stand-up act. Cis people, am I right?
es un ser humano igual que cualquiera. Sí. ¿Vio? Pero que lucha cada día por tener algo mejor, ¿me entiendes? Sacrificándose, ¿me entiendes? Cuba muy buena, sí, ¿me entiendes? Sí. Así luchando todos los días, diario, buscando el dinero, ¿dónde está? Ya no lo veo, ahí, tomando también. Fumando, bailando, como gente suena, bailando, y todo, y hasta que se seque el malecón si no hace Cuba.
Que me cocina, nada más que me gusta la café, que ella me cuela, nada más que me gusta la comida, que me cocina, nada más que me gusta la café, que ella me cuela.
Middle of Havana, for me the best, because a lot of construction, very important construction, okay? Very important building. For me the best. In the middle of Havana. Okay. And for you too, no?
Yeah.
You will see with the cell, with the own eyes.
¿Qué es su favorito, las cosas que hace el fin de semana? ¿Qué? Tapar dinero. ¿Sí?
Tú me tienes llorando de noche y de día, porque me hiciste ruería. Yo no sé qué tiene esa negrona, pero mira que te digo que se pasa.
No, maybe with a 7, not 9. No. You have to think 10 more. That guy is playing dominoes. You know, they are partners. Had two partners and two enemies. Well, it's kind because we need to learn with the other people, with the other tourists, like you, to know about the cultures, you know. How is your country like mine? Have the same cultures but different, you know. I want to know about the changes because we are to help changes. I have a question. Tell me about Trump.
Que la cosa está de liga. Mandinga, kikiribu, kiribu, mandinga. ¡Rómpelo, chino!
Bueno, mira, a mí me gusta toda la música. Desde la música clásica hasta la música popular de Cuba y de internacional. Pero a mí me gusta y disfruto más el son, la guaracha, la salsa, el cha-cha-cha, la música popular cubana. Y es lo que he tocado casi toda mi vida. Yo di clases de música, de guitarra clásica, pero siempre toqué en agrupaciones de música popular. Toqué percusión, desde batería, baila, güiro, clave, maraca y la guitarra popular también.
Mira que llegó la negra Tomasa. Ay Dios mío, vamos a bailar. Camina negra. Ay Dios mío, ay Dios. Ay Dios mío, llegó la negra Tomasa. Ay Dios mío, ay Dios.
Ropa vieja. Ropa vieja.